Hi there. Welcome to SAVOR, where healthy living and great recipes meet. Today with me I have my good friend, Dr. Michael Blanc, interventional cardiologist at Angelo Community Medical Center, along with me, Chef Henry Wiens, in which together we serve our public every day. And we are glad we're in the kitchen again to cook and eat.
I'm glad about the eating because it's always great with you, Henry.
I know, boy, isn't it great to eat?
It really is.
It's awesome. Today we have a wonderful quinoa recipe, and we start with chicken. This is a recipe that includes chicken breast or chicken. You don't have to be chicken breast, it could be bone-in chicken. But chicken, it could even be fish if you desire. So we have a marinade that we roast our chicken with, made out of white wine, sriracha, which is a great hot sauce in the Pacific Rim, some strawberry jam, and some rice vinegar. We put those in a blender, and we then marinate our chicken, our fish, our protein, put it in the oven and bake it for about 35-40 minutes, and it's ready to go with our recipe. Now, we have a quinoa recipe with some sauteed vegetables, and so we begin with our quinoa and cooking our quinoa. So, Doc, what about quinoa?
Well, quinoa, this is where my kids would roll their eyes because I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the history of it. But so quinoa is really a very historical thing, very, very healthy for you. It dates back into the Inca culture, and most of it is made in Peru and Chile, and we substitute it for grains like rice and things like that, but it's actually a seed. And one of the great things about it is its health benefits. Quinoa is very high in protein, 20% protein content, and with one serving you get 35 to 50% of your daily protein amount. The other thing about the protein, this is one of the rare things where you get the complete complement of all the essential amino acids. We don't get that in many foods, and this item is one of those items. So it's a great thing as far as its healthiness. Also very, very high in folic acid, very high in B vitamins, very high in fiber also. So we get a lot of fiber, a lot of vitamins, and we get all the protein with it. So it's a very, very good item to substitute for other things that we would typically use a grain. We use this wonderful seed-like element to it. But when we cook it, it actually softens up and is like a rice. We want to cook it, and Henry, you've already taken care of that. Basically use 2 parts of a liquid. We use chicken stock in this case, with 1 part of the grain.
That's right. Bring the liquid to a boil, put the grain in, bring it back to a boil, turn it to simmer, cover. 20 minutes later, you got some great quinoa. Rinse off or pour off the excess water. Now today with this recipe, Doc, we have some sauteed vegetables. We got mushrooms, onions, zucchini. It could be anything. But to add to this great food, quinoa, we have some awesome vegetables, right, Doc? I mean, this
is wonderful. This improves the recipe. This is stuff that you could have in your garden here in the summer, and it just adds. Like the mushrooms is just another element of protein. I think we forget how wonderful mushrooms are. But they actually have 20 to 30 grams of protein per serving in them. They don't have any significant fat in them, and it's just a wonderful way to add some additional flavor and get some additional protein into your diet.
Now, Michael, what I did was add some hominy, which is a great West Texas flavor. Great Texas flavor. We often make pozoles and great soups out of it. But not often do we add it to our other side dishes, like adding it to quinoa. So it's a great item we forget about sometimes.
We forget about it, and so we've balanced something from South America with the hominy from something essentially North American with the hominy. So we've got South America with the quinoa, and now meeting North America with the hominy. What a great dish.
Dr. Michael, look at that chicken turned out superbly. It's got a little kick to it, sweet and sour. This is a spicy and sweet chicken. That in itself is delish. And then with the side dish of quinoa, what a healthy dish, and what great food. What a great recipe for summertime and for healthy eating.
That quinoa has such a depth of taste. It's a little bit nutty, a little bit, much more depth than you would get with your typical rice dish. That is a wonderful balance to that chicken.
And it's savory, and again, friends, savor life and eat great food. Dr. Mike and I'll see you next time. Eat well, love one another, be good.